Well, hello everyone. This video is going to be, I guess, sort of a facsimile of what surviving in an urban situation might be. Might, not will or is, just maybe. I have chosen to spend the night in my garage. I have to get up at 3 a.m. because Mrs. Prepping Life needs to go to work. That's cool. But anyway, tonight will be me camping out in my garage. I know that probably sounds petty to some people, but this is an example of what it could potentially look like in to live or at least stay the night in a structure that's maybe not yours. Maybe, I'm not saying go trespassing, none of that, no, I'm saying end of times kind stuff. Find a structure, you need a place to shelter, there you go. Obviously, I have electric light, which sucks for filming right now, but it's what I got. Ultimately, in a survival situation, you might potentially not be left with electric at all. I do want to take a few moments to go over some of the details of what I have going on as far as my garage setup in an uninsulated garage. As you can see back up here, no insulation on the roof. There's none on the walls either. Closest thing to insulation I have right now is that there's also a garage next door to me. The other three walls are completely uninsulated. This upstairs bit does not go all the way through from garage to garage, or at least it doesn't go from mine to the next. But anyway, let me cut this clip short and I will show you kind of what I have going on. Okay, I apologize for the mess first off. This is a little electric space heater that I picked up at the W store. It does little more than just keep it from freezing out here. That's fine. I also have a Mr. Buddy Big Buddy, and the box said it was a Tough Buddy also. I have it set on low right now, because I don't really feel like I need more than that. I do have a thermostat in the garage, which indicates it's, we'll call it 60 degrees. Over here, among other miscellaneous stuff, I have, it's actually a hammock. It's foldable, not backpack worthy at all. Not backpack worthy. Way too heavy for that, but great for car camping or garage camping. I believe this is a 10-degree sleeping bag. It's a mummy bag. Believe it or not, Walmart sells these little jewels. You got to get them off the interwebs, but you can get them through Walmart. It even says Ozark Trail right in it. Got a cool little pocket for stuffing your cell phone in or whatever. I've never used that pocket. There is what was supposed to be a self-inflating mattress that only self-inflated once. And underneath that I have a sheet of Reflectix to help keep me warm tonight. Staying warm should not be a problem. I'm going to kick back, watch some YouTube, probably have some cold adult beverages, cold snacks, barley pops, whatever you want to call them. Step 2s if you watch that certain Canadian channel with that guy. Love that guy's channel, by the way. I'm just going to sit and chill, probably watch some YouTube. Imagine that, a YouTuber watching YouTube, which I don't normally do, actually. But anyway, oh, and I just ate dinner. I ate dinner in the house. I cheated. But anyway, I'll be back after a bit. Okay, quick update. I did have to change the propane cylinders in my Mr. Buddy Big Buddy. It had the moniker on the boss that said it was a Tough Buddy, whatever that means. But this thing is exceptionally thirsty. If I'm running it on high, it burns through about a pound of propane an hour. So even if I upgraded to a 20-pound tank, it would still only run on high for about 20 hours if I still remember how to do math. I don't know, school was a lot of years ago, folks. But on high, being 18,000 BTUs according to the box, 1 pound of propane equals about 1 hour of heat. Tonight I'm going to run it on low, which should increase that length of time. And I've got to get up at 3 a.m. anyway, so realistically this thing should still be running when I wake up. But we'll find out. It's obviously not lit at the moment. I just replaced the propane cylinders, letting the unit cool off for a second. All right, we'll be back. I actually did crank the heater up on high. I'm going to leave it up for just a little bit before I go to bed. One day I'm seriously going to have to do a review on this. I mean, like, it's even got its own electrical fan and whatnot that you can either plug into a wall or run off batteries. Anyway, I'm just trying to warm it up. The temperature has fallen to about 58 and a half degrees out here in the garage. Which I will remind everybody, that's about 20 degrees above ambient temperature outside. I will check on that real quick and let you guys know. Okay, ambient temperature outside is, according to WeatherBug, my weather app, is 34 degrees, and it feels like it's in the 20s. I think it said 23. So we are a good bit above normal operating temperature if you're part of the automotive world. I'm not even pretending that this is a real survival situation. Obviously, if it was real survival, well, there are some exceptions to this. I've squatted some properties, completely not legal. Don't do that. Generally speaking, in a survival situation, you're not going to have access to electricals or propane, stuff like that. I'm doing all of this as far as the heating goes to make my life intentionally easy for instructional purposes. If this were a real world, grid down, SHTF, realistically, I'd be relying on my clothing and my sleeping bag. Not going to have the privilege of a hammock, stuff like that. Anyway, I'm going to get back to my movie. Well, good morning, everybody. A little bit of a change of venue here. It's about 4 a.m. I just got home from taking the missus to work after my little, I'll call it a camp out in the garage. I slept really well, very soundly. I was warm because of the heaters and the sleeping bag. The propane heater actually ran out of propane in the middle of the night at some point. I don't know what time. I was comfortable due to having a comfortable sleeping area and a good sleeping bag. Maybe not, well, definitely not the best sleeping bag on the market, but it's not horrible. I mean, not for W store quality, right? Anyway, let me get back to you in a second. I'll let you know what all went on. Okay, so to recap a little bit, I guess, I slept really well, very comfortable. Once you go hammock, you don't go back. It's kind of like that for you. Or at least it was that way for me. Once I went hammock, I didn't go back. Unless I'm camping with Mrs. Prepping Life, obviously. But if I'm doing solo, give me a hammock and a tarp and I'm good. I stayed warm. And again, this was essentially a dry run, and I had creature comforts that wouldn't be available probably in a real survival situation. But in defense of that, even though the propane ran out, it's still warmer, well, quite a bit warmer in the garage than it would have been sleeping outside. I did this whole video as an example of, I guess, going into a place that is pre-made shelter. To keep and it got pretty windy. It got pretty windy last night. Like, I could hear the garage door moving, like, in and out, not up and down. I could hear the garage door. That's how windy it got last night. It's still snowing this morning. It's still barely above freezing. It's still snowing outside. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling. I hope this video hasn't ended up being incredibly long, although it's probably longer than I wanted it to be. I love you all. I really do. And until next time, everybody, as always, be safe, have fun, and peace out. Oh, and don't forget to smash that like button. Yeah, the like button's great. Anyway, without further ado, I'm signing off. See y'all in the next one.